Hello, welcome to the Hormones in Harmony podcast. If you're watching and you see that I've been wearing the same outfit for the past month of podcast episodes, it's because I jam-packed recorded about 5 episodes in one day. It is the day before I'm about to leave for London, and I'm in my follicular / ovulation phase, so I am productive. I want to smash out a ton of work so that I can chill over December, really focus on the group program that's coming up in January, get some more updates done for that. So the podcast is like top priority right now, and I'm on my last recording of the day, and it's conveniently the last podcast episode of the season as well. This episode is going to be sharing my biggest takeaways from 2023 as a practitioner, as a podcaster, as an overview of the guests that I've had on the show, and what a year it has been. In terms of the podcast, like, this has been my favorite year so far. I've been running it for a while now, but I feel like the guests have just elevated to another level this time around. I feel like I missed it when I had that year off. I was like, why did I take the year off? Because I love this part of my job and I love connecting with guests. And you probably realize that there's been a lot more solo episodes this time around, and I've been enjoying them too, and I hope you have. So this episode is sharing my favorite episodes, which are conveniently, again, the top downloaded ones. So it's just worked out really nicely that the things that I have been into the most and the things that I've been learning about and researching and really diving deep into are the episodes that you ended up loving as well. So I think you might have sensed my energy in the recordings, and I might have promoted them a little bit more on social media because I'm like, you all need to listen to this information. So the top 5 episodes that I'm going to be sharing are going to be on the same subjects that I have been loving, and I want you to really take seriously, really start to implement the recommendations into your life if that works with your health conditions, and definitely check with your practitioner before making any major changes. But this just year overall has been such a good one. For me at least, I know there's been a lot going on in the world, and I just feel so grateful to like be in a safe relationship and home, and like have a stable job and be able to do this for a living. So thank you so much for another year of support on my Instagram, on my podcast, and my clients. I have just thoroughly enjoyed this year, and I'm hoping for an even better year next year. So this year I bought a house, bought a puppy dog, my soul dog Norman. I love him so much. I also became an auntie, and that is my favorite thing ever. I'm obsessed with her. Her name's Winnie. She'll be probably about 6 months, 5-6 months at this point. And yeah, I'm definitely feeling a little bit more broody, but I am not ready for that just yet. Maybe another few years, and I'm already in my preconception prep phase. And I have been since I was like 18 years old. Just being on the health journey, it automatically means that your fertility is better. But that's a whole nother episode. So we'll get into the top most downloaded episodes and my top takeaways and favorite subjects from this year in no particular order. But first up is a recent episode. It was, and all of these will be linked in the show notes, by the way, but episode 194 with Dr. Perry Nicholson honestly blew my mind. I have been really into the lymphatic system this year. I think it's a game changer. In that episode, it was a very long one, by the way, 2 hours. You'll have to probably listen in stages and take some notes, but I actually learned a ton on that episode too, and that's quite rare. Not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the like root cause healing stuff. But he really reminded me of the importance of detoxification, and even deeper than things like coffee enemas and castor oil packs, just a simple like technique every day that you can do with this lymphatic massage can mean that your chronic pain goes down, your brain fog relieves, your hormones are more balanced, your body can detox better. So I really was reminded of the power of the lymphatic system. So if you're new and you just want a little bit of a summary, the lymphatic system is like the sewage system of the body, the waste removal system. So you can imagine if that's not working, then you end up with a stagnant detoxification pathway. And that could be why you're dealing with lower energy, chronic infections, And especially if you're trying to like constantly fight parasites or detox mold or whatever you're doing, you're just trying to like be healthy and heal, but it keeps backfiring, you keep reacting badly, you can't progress, you maybe get relief short term, but then the problem comes back, then I would definitely check the lymphatic system. The analogy that he gives is an amazing one. I share it all the time and I have to give him credit. It's the analogy of a fish tank. So imagine the fish tank as your body. The fish within that are your cells, and we want them to be healthy to avoid disease. So we can put all of the like fanciest little castles and ornaments in there in the world and feed the fish the best fish food, the most organic, high quality in the world. But if the filter on the side of the tank goes, then the water is going to become stagnant. So the filter helps to move things through. The filter helps to clean, it helps to oxygenate, and it makes it like that little bubbly sensation at the top. And if that breaks, you know, within a few days, the fish are going to be like gasping for air. They're going to be at the top of the water, like floating around. And the glass of the tank is going to be all mossy and starting to grow like bacteria and viruses and fungus within the water. And you could try and scrub that off, and you could try and replace the water every few days. You can try and put in more fish food and more nutrients and put in maybe like a chemical bomb solution that clears it up temporarily. But the most important thing that you can do is actually fix that filter, get that working again, and the body will start to heal itself. So check that out if you're dealing with any health issues at all, or you just want to be optimally healthy, because the lymphatic system is important, not just if you've had cancer or if you have been on an aeroplane anytime soon. I think people only check the lymph when they're like going on a long haul flight and they put their compression socks on. Trust me, the lymphatics is way more than that, and it could actually be the missing puzzle piece to catapult your health to the next level. And I just love Dr. Perry's approach, and he is such an amazing speaker and educator, and he has a website called Stop Chasing Pain and the Instagram profile to match, and I would love you to check him out and follow along. The next thing that I've been massively into, again diving deeper, is mineral health, mineral balance, electrolytes. And I covered this on an episode which was one of the highest downloaded, episode 153, titled "Are You Overlooking Minerals When It Comes to like balancing your hormones?" This is such a commonly overlooked factor. Again, I feel like a lot of these things they're not the mainstream narrative. Minerals are getting a little bit more popular and spoken about, but I actually have my mineral balancing course, I'm Balanced, which is actually going to be open for enrollment again early 2024. And it's actually just going to be a evergreen program, which is great news, because I get questions all the time like, when is it back? Is it open again? Because up until now, it's been like every few months I open it up. But as soon as I close the doors, people the next day are like, can I sign up? And I feel bad. So becoming an evergreen program, you can sign up at any point, get access to a HTMA mineral test, and actually see what's going on in your body. Because you could read online and hear about the benefits of zinc deficiency and automatically assume that you're dealing with that, because it's involved in so many different things like energy, detox, immune system. And just because you have symptoms like that, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's your problem. And it's always best to test these things when it comes to minerals, instead of just guessing and assuming that you have that problem because you read it on your favorite like Instagrammer's post. She's taking zinc and it healed her acne. And that doesn't automatically mean that that's going to be the case for you. So if you're trying to balance your hormones, just remember that hormone imbalances are always a symptom of a deeper problem. They're not the problem that you need to focus on. So if you're dealing with estrogen dominance, low progesterone signs, irregular cycles, missing periods, hair loss, acne on your face or your body, heavy bleeds, anything like that, I know that that might be your top concern, but there's going to be something under the surface driving that. It's like an iceberg analogy. Imagine the tip of the iceberg. What you can see is what you're struggling with, your PMS, your hormones, your weight. But under the surface, under the water, is all of the potential root causes driving that. So things like poor gut health, chronic infections, mineral imbalances, thyroid issues, and minerals can have an effect on all of those things too. Minerals are really a foundational piece. And as much as we talk about gut health being like a key thing, sometimes you can't actually heal the gut and have a healthy gut function until your minerals are balanced. So there's such a crossover between the two. And if you have poor gut health, maybe you're not absorbing your minerals. So it does become a little bit more complex, but that's what the course is there for, to really simplify things. And it helps you to interpret your lab tests so that you have a resource for life, this program that teaches you how to understand your personal report, your lab test results, and see what you need to do to balance things naturally. So if you look at your report when you get that through, there is a test included in the program. But you see that you have a high calcium level, low zinc, high copper. You'll be able to navigate through the Kajabi portal, which is where I host the course, and you can see, right, this is what I need to do. There is a lot of information on like foundational things with diet too, mineral rich foods to focus on, the impacts of stress and environmental toxins and heavy metals on your minerals. So it's just a really good comprehensive course to learn more about mineral balance, and then that will support whatever symptoms that you have. There's no condition that is not linked in some way to a mineral imbalance, and it always has to be ruled in or ruled out. I've never seen a completely perfect mineral report, so there's always something to improve, always something to work on. And whether you've already done it in the past and you're just looking to retest, or whether it's not even been something that's like come across your radar or been on your mind, then I'm telling you, you need to look into minerals if you want to be optimally healthy. They are the spark plugs for your body to work, for your body to make hormones, clear hormones, repair, detox, literally everything. The third episode and the third thing that I have been geeking out on this past year is homeopathy. So I had my friend Cassie back on the episode 154. And she discussed homeopathy for fertility struggles, women's health problems, pregnancy, postpartum, because she is a certified homeopath. She got into it because of her own health struggles. I was helping her with like some supplements things and diet stuff, but she really got more results when she added in homeopathy, and she became so passionate about it that she decided to study and become a practitioner. And now I use homeopathy with her support all the time. She is my go-to homeopath, and it's helped me in so many ways, especially acute infections. Herbs and supplements and nutrients and food as medicine is amazing, but sometimes when you have a really bad wisdom tooth infection come on suddenly, or you have severe food poisoning from uncooked mussels like I did a few months ago, then you need something that works fast. And homeopathy does just that if you get the right remedy for you. So it's a bit of an art, it's a bit of a like specialist subject. So you do need to be working with someone ideally to help you navigate this. But there are just general like websites online that can tell you like potentially look into this remedy if you have this set of symptoms. But I was really shocked like how many remedies there actually are out there. And especially for like even just one condition like a cold, it honestly depends on what stage of the cold that you're in, whether it's more of a cough that you have or a fever or the color of your mucus, like crazy things like that can actually change which remedy that you need. And that's maybe why some people have tried it before and they're like, this doesn't work, this is a load of rubbish, it's like witchcraft. And it's maybe because they were taking a remedy for a cold, but it wasn't specific enough to them, or maybe the dose was off. There's so many like nuances and things to think of. But I got really good relief with homeopathy for the wisdom tooth infection I had last year. Within like 10 seconds of taking one of the remedies, it provided instant relief to the pain. And up until then, I'd been pounding the ibuprofen, the regular painkillers, because I just couldn't stand the pain. So having an alternative like that on hand, I had like a little essentials kit that she recommended, and I knew exactly which remedy to take. For me, it was chamomilla for that problem. I do have an entire episode on this like wisdom tooth saga if you want to hear, if that's something that you're dealing with or want to have in your back pocket to turn to if you ever struggle with that, because the pain is pretty bad. And more recently, I had food poisoning. and had the most severe stomach cramps in the world. And just placing one of these tiny remedies under my tongue gave me, again, near enough instant relief when, yeah, nothing else had worked. All of the binders and the probiotics, they were working under the surface, but I just needed that pain and the dizziness and the vomiting to go. Homeopathy, I'm not going to do a good job at like fully describing what it is, but it's basically, I describe it as like energy medicine. So it's on the premise that like supports like cures like. An example is if you have hay fever, you might have been recommended to consume local honey around the spring season, the like seasonal allergy time, because that honey is going to have very minute doses of pollen in there. So it's just this low dose immunotherapy style where you just get a little bit every day, not enough to trigger symptoms, but enough to actually allow your body to heal naturally. And it really does like stimulate your own body's healing mechanisms, similar to acupuncture. And the cost is pretty affordable compared to some of the supplements. I was shocked when she recommended a 2-month protocol and it was like less than £50. I don't know what yours is going to be, but that was how much it costed me. And yeah, really effective. And I know she works a lot with fertility. So if you want to do a combination alongside the root cause release stuff, then definitely consider homeopathy. The next thing is the episode that was most downloaded is 167, my journey to become a naturopathic practitioner, nutritional therapy practitioner. So the thing that I've been really into is personal development, investing in myself. I did some new trainings this year. I enrolled in a business course. I enrolled in a training certification, and I honestly had to stop myself from doing more, like signing up to a Reiki program as well, but maybe next year for that one. And I just want to constantly improve my skills and my tool belt, my toolkit of different like therapies and remedies to help you all. So the episode was all about my journey because I get asked all the time, what did you study? Did you enjoy it? Would you recommend it? What alternatives are there? Do I need to be a nutritionist or can I be a health coach? So in that episode, I cover frequently asked questions as well about business in general and just my entire journey, if I enjoyed it, where I studied. So you can check that episode out if you're interested. And yeah, the thing that I've been into is like investing in myself, constant up leveling, constant work on personal development and mindset, because it can be challenging sometimes to be a business owner. And for a long time, I was trying to do all the things myself. And I'm glad that I did in some ways because I got to learn a lot. And it's always useful if you know how to like code your own website. And I had my self-built website for years and years, didn't have one picture of me on there because I hadn't done like a professional photo shoot up until this year. And I still got clients, I still was earning money, but I really noticed and realized that the more effort and energy and investments that I made in my business, the more that paid off. So it's sometimes scary to pay that £1,000 or multiple £1,000 like I have done this year, but the return on investment is so worth it. And it actually like tells the universe that you're ready for an upgrade. And if you're not spending money on yourself and you're a practitioner, why would you expect anyone to spend money on you? You have to practice what you preach. You have to keep the money flowing. You can't just hoard it and lock it all away and save it for a rainy day. You have to tell the universe or God or whatever, like, I am abundant. I trust that this money is going to come back to me. And the only thing that doesn't like go down in value over the years is your investment in yourself. So if you're learning new skills, you're learning a new trade, and you're bettering yourself, that will only benefit you as time goes on. So I have studied with Yes Supply this year. I've been talking about that a lot. That's why it's incorporated into my work now, my upcoming group coaching program that's starting very soon. It's starting in January. Enrollment opens on January the 3rd, and we're kicking it off with a masterclass. So the masterclass is the 6 mistakes to avoid on your healing journey. These are very common mistakes that I see all the time and really don't want you to make. And then the enrollment opens for reprogram, and the first live call kicks off on the 17th of January, which is a Wednesday. It's going to be 7 p.m. UK time. So that's going to be like afternoon if you're in the US. And every other week we have a live call together. It's going to be split into kind of 2 parts. The first part is very much on the mindset, the identity, the subconscious beliefs, the reprogramming of the mind to get you in this like healing mindset. And that will only set you up for success when we come on to the second part of the program, this 3-month program, where it's all about the physical stuff. The things that I've spoken about for years, we're really going to be getting into the most effective things for your blood sugar and metabolism, your detox and gut health, and your female nervous system and menstrual cycle. There's also a bonus call. So we have like a Q&A week to end it all off with in April. And it's like a little celebration, a little party to celebrate our time together. There is tons more information on my website and on my Instagram. There's a little highlight called group program if you want more information. I won't spend the whole episode chatting about it, but I'm just so excited. I want to share it. And there's only going to be limited spaces again for this round because everyone gets a one-to-one with me, a personalized supplement plan. There's going to be a library of meditations and hypnosis and subconscious reprogramming tracks. We're going to do some techniques on the calls as well, like a group visualization and journaling, intention setting. So many cool things. This is my dream program that I've always wanted to make. I just needed to equip myself with more skills first, so I feel completely ready to support you on a physical and energetic level. So that is tying in as well to episode 189 and my final takeaway of the year. And the episode is why you need to reprogram your subconscious mind for healing. I have just given a little bit of an overview, but this year I did the Yes Apply certification course, and this was the perfect next step for me. I have just been purely focused, well, mainly focused on the physical body for the past like 7 years since I graduated as a nutritional therapist. And I've had to support people on a mindset level this entire time because that's part of health. People struggle, people have down days. And in more recent years, I've been dealing with a bit more complex cases, people with chronic illness, people with like long-term diseases that they've been struggling with. And people have trauma, people have relationship issues. If I've been working with someone for years, I'm going through like pregnancies with them, I'm going through breakups and divorces. So I really am immersed in their lives, and I needed more tools to support them with those things. So I was trained as a life coach. I learned tools like hypnosis. I became an EFT practitioner, so many cool modalities. And it made me go deeper into all of this like subconscious mindset work again, which I was really into even before the health stuff. I was always like reposting inspirational quotes, and I always loved psychology. I think if I didn't do what I do, I would do some sort of forensics or psychology. I really like to understand the mind and how people work and what drives people, especially like serial killers. I'm one of those women who watch like Ted Bundy documentaries for fun. But it's all about like the mindset for me. I'm so like fascinated how some people are naturally gym goers and just eat healthy effortlessly versus other people who that's like the worst nightmare, and they just constantly self-sabotage and they're relying on their willpower to get improvements. But now we know that that doesn't work, and that's why in a few weeks' time people will be signing up for the gym. Maybe this is you do 2 weeks there, and then you don't go again for months, and you let the payments keep coming out of your account every month because you're so like ashamed to cancel it, and you're telling yourself, I'll go back again, I'll start next week, I'll start on Monday, and you never do. And the problem there is that your subconscious mind doesn't resonate with you being a gym goer. There's something in that that's not clicking with you, and that's why it's such an effort for you to go to the gym when someone else rolls out of bed 6 a.m. and they don't even think twice. They put on the gym outfit, the trainers, and they're out the door, and that's just who they are. Even on holiday, there's no question they'll be booking a hotel with a gym because they are a healthy, fit, active person. Whereas someone else, that would be the last thing that they would ever do. There would be no way that they would exercise on holiday. And this could be applied to eating healthy or taking the supplements, or if you're associating with your illness and you're telling yourself every day, I have, or I am an anxious person, I have endometriosis, I am infertile. you're just manifesting that and you're just perpetuating the issue. We really need to be cautious of our mindset, our language, our self-talk, what we tell ourselves, what we tell others. And we really need to, instead of relying on willpower to cook healthy foods and to like support our body in a physical way, we need to spend more time focusing on the energetic side of things. At the end of the day, we are energy beings. So if we're ignoring that, we're ignoring like the most important thing when it comes to our health. Energy is everything. Who you surround yourself with, what you're listening to, what you're eating definitely has an energy and like energy vibration. KFC and junk food is going to be a lower vibration than fresh, like whole, natural, nutrient-dense foods. That is just a fact. So if you're looking to support your body on this physical and energetic level, then Reprogram is going to be for you. So I think that is everything. I will see you back here on Monday, the 1st of January, 2024, to kick off the new year with a brand new episode. I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss it. I am very excited for another year of podcasting with you all. This is honestly one of my favorite aspects of my job. I love it so much. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your Christmas, your New Year's, your Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Look after yourselves, and we will catch up in a few weeks' time. Have the best time ever, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, I would love for you to leave me a rating and review on your podcast app, as this helps to support the show and it allows it to reach more people with this valuable information. Come and say hi over on Instagram. I'm at Viva Natural Health. And if you haven't already, check out my website, vivanaturalhealth.co.uk, for tons more free resources and to discover how I could support you further. I currently offer one-on-one consultation packages if you want my top level support, then more affordable group programs and self-paced online courses. So there really is something for everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you back here next week for another episode.